You know, many people think that Thailand is about the sex industry. And it isn't. Nothing could be farther from the truth. Sure, if you go down to Pattaya or Phuket or certain areas of Bangkok, then it's quite prevalent. But here in rural Thailand, it isn't at all. You know, one of my greatest pleasures is the garden. Getting out into the garden, filming the wildlife, growing some food. The fruit we have here is astronomical. The amount of fruit that I get out of this garden, man, I couldn't possibly eat it all. We give loads and loads away. And some we cook and we can and we preserve. But this is just this little. It's about 4 feet by 3 feet. It's a little piece of tarp I put down to create a bit of a wildlife pond. There's some water lettuce in there, some duckweed. I put in the mornings some mealworm for the birds. It's 7 o'clock on Sunday morning and I put some water lettuce in the bird bath. Whether it will survive or not, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, the bees aren't having a real wingding, and there's one here that appears to be swimming. I don't know if it is or not. I shall give it a hand. Well, there you go. One bee rescued. And clearly, oh, they must be drinking. But they seem to be buzzing around the rocks a lot. I think I'm going to see if I can get the macro lens and get a closer look. I do love this lens. It wasn't cheap. About $1,000, close to £1,000, but it is a cracker. If there's any beekeepers can tell me exactly what they're doing. I mean, they seem to be, it's almost like they're eating off the face of the rock. Perhaps it's a mineral that they're after. Now look at that. They are 2 ripe figs on my fig tree in the garden, and I planted this tree for the birds. When the birds find these, they won't be there very long, that's for sure. And there's an unripe one on the same tree. there's quite a bit of fruit on this. It's only a tiny tree, but there's quite a bit of fruit on it now. It's probably about 2 meters tall, and it's been in here for, I probably planted it 2 years ago. Trees do grow quick here. And this is a pomelo, an Asian grapefruit. That is, it's a first size, it's a nice one. This tree doesn't fruit a lot, but when they're ripe, they're lovely. This bush here in front of us, growing on the edge of our property, the Thais call Mam Sam Phalang. It's better known in the West as tapioca. It's got a huge tuber, starchy root, and that's made into animal feed. It's made into tapioca. Its Latin name is cassava. It's a food source in many countries, in Africa, in India. Most of what's grown in Thailand goes to Europe as animal feed, like pig feed and things like that. Now this tree, the Thais call it Turian Nam. It's got a vine growing up it. I'm going to cut the vine off at the root, because I want the Turian Nam, but I don't want the vine. This tree is a very special tree. The leaves, you harvest the leaves, and you can either dry them or use them green and make a tea with them. And this tree is said to have cancer curing properties. And when I heard that, I researched it online, and the online, it was Cancer Research UK. This is about 3 years ago, and they said that Turian Nam had good results in shrinking tumours, but there'd been no clinical trials done on it. Well, of course not. Who's going to fund expensive clinical trials when it grows wild and you can harvest it and use it free? A bit like Nikola Tesla said, we can give free electricity to everybody. And what did JP Morgan say? If we can't put a meter on it, we're not interested. Our garden is a total of, it's a fraction under 2 acres. And this is the midsection, which I always refer to as the orchard, because this section is planted with about 90% of the trees are fruit trees, and I intend to expand on that by planting some apple trees in here. We've already got lemons, we've got oranges, we've got the figs. I've just ate one of those Asian figs. They're beautiful, very similar to a plum, but with many seeds instead of a stone inside. And there's all sorts in here. I've got dates in here, oranges, lemons. There will be apples, as I said. There's the grapefruits in here. We've got Western style grapefruits, Florida grapefruits. We've got lots of mangoes. We've got the jackfruit. Loads of fruit in here. Too much. Me and I just can't eat it all. There's just that much. And look at this beauty. This is a passion fruit, and that will go yellow, and it's ripe, and they're as sweet as you like. And we've got loads. They're a vine that grow up frames or other plants, and this one is growing over a bougainvillea bush. And it gives us loads of fruit. And there's one here that's absolutely ripe. I've just touched it and it's fallen off in my hand. Alright, here's another little beauty on the same vine. There's loads and loads and loads of them. And these are Asian olives. Very different than Mediterranean olives. And we've got loads of these. They end up all over the floor. We did grow them. We planted the trees originally with the idea of making our own olive oil, and I had a go, or Jeff and I had a go at making it, then we failed absolutely miserably. And well, I'm from Wigan, I'm not Greek, you know, or Italian or Spanish, where they make great olive oil. But you know, on we go. There's, as I said, we've got loads of dragon fruit and different things in the garden. And this I only planted a few months ago. I planted 3, and they're mulberry trees. And the reason I want the mulberry trees is because the birds love to eat mulberries, the soft fruits. Lots of what I plant in the garden I plant specifically for the birds. It's been a labour of love to attract them. We've got a number of different species in the garden now, and hopefully in another year or 2 we'll have many more. Many more. And this that looks like a cactus is not a cactus, it's a pineapple. And it will, when it turns purple, it's about to fruit, and up come the pineapples. Lovely. You can't beat a pineapple cut out of your own garden and eaten straight away fresh. Man, it's unbelievable. Well, that's just a hint of what it's like being retired in paradise. I first came to Thailand in 1997, and once you've been to Thailand, you rarely go anywhere else, to be honest, because it's got everything. It's perfect. Here I'm at my home in my garden, and I love every minute of it, and I have such great fun, particularly with the wildlife, not the ladies. So this afternoon I am cooking. Yesterday I bought 3 full sides of pork ribs, and this afternoon I'm going to make bacon ribs. I'm going to make sticky barbecue spare ribs, and I'm going to make salt and pepper spare ribs, and I'll make all those up this afternoon, and then I'll portion them up and freeze them, and I'll have them whenever I want them, which is what I do. See you later. Bye bye for now.